There are many times when people accidentally throw away items or get confused on what hand actually is holding the items before they throw it away and toss it by accident. Happens often, and while some of these incidents are caught on camera, we can sit back and laugh at the expense of others. But what happens when you cross that line of just being funny and you throw away a life by one bad choice?
A heartbreaking case, a mother charged with murder for the death of her newborn just minutes after the boy was born.
That's right, a 19-year-old high schooler went to the ER due to back pain after her cheerleading lessons, where the doctors conducted a pregnancy test, which clearly was positive. I mean, look at the cheer photos in the video. She was pregnant. She was clearly several months pregnant. This is important because it ties into something later on in this video. She eventually left the ER room, went to the bathroom down the hall, and gave birth to her baby son. And instead of choosing the many options she had, wait! Before I get any comments about she didn't have any options because of the abortion laws that the Republicans are implementing as an excuse, I want to educate you real quick. This happened in New Mexico, and New Mexico does not have any of the major types of abortion restrictions. So back off, you snowflake. Yeah, I'm talking to you right there that's holding the phone, the one who's watching this, who hasn't subscribed yet or hasn't decided to subscribe yet because he, they, them, she, them, lipper wants to decide whether or not I'm for you. Listen, 92% of the people who watch my video have not subscribed yet according to the analytics. So if you care about Black Lives Matter, then subscribe. And if you don't care about Black Lives Matter, well, definitely subscribe because I don't care for them either. All right, back to the serious topic. Alexee had several options available that could have assisted her in this specific situation she felt she was stuck in. But she opted to revert back to her petulant behavior and did the unspeakable. She gave birth, wrapped the baby in a trash bag, and then placed it in a trash can, and then proceeded to walk back to her room. It wasn't until the staff noticed a blood trail that she left behind from the bathroom to the room that they ended up calling the cleaning crew. The cleaning crew was summoned, and once the crew cleaned up and grabbed the trash bag, they noticed that the trash bag was somewhat slightly heavier than usual. And that's when they discovered a dead baby in the trash bag. According to the Google search and the timeline that I have on Alexee, she denied having sex and denied being pregnant. Even after the photos and the belly and everything else that comes along with pregnancy. She denied it apparently. I'm sorry, but the only woman I know who got pregnant without having intercourse, that was Mary, mother of Jesus. And even then, I questioned that one time to time. But listen, the reaction of her mother is what really threw me off. Take a look.
We discovered a dead baby in the bathroom.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry. He came out of me and I didn't know what to do.
Lexi, I told you about this. I just asked you, baby, to tell me the truth.
It was not crying or nothing.
What did you do to it?
Okay, stop right here. Stop. No.
Does it seem like a mother that is shocked? Look, I'm no expert in body language, but the mother clearly knew she was pregnant, and I've been around enough Hispanic moms to know that this is not the reaction they would have had. Hell, if that was my wife and my daughter, best believe at this very moment, right here,
I'm sorry.
there would have been Smith slap. And a lot of cursing and threats with the chancleta. I'm not stereotyping, it's a real thing. Look at how the Puerto Rican audience reacted to a wrestler holding up a slipper.
Oh, look at this. That is a chocolate, ladies and gentlemen. And for those
It wasn't until the police officers mentioned that Alexee would be detained that the mother displayed real emotions, which again gives me the opinion that she knew her daughter was clearly pregnant. This whole situation happened back in January of 2023, and she was recently arrested and charged with first-degree murder. Of course, with any situation like this, it's become political, as one side says she deserves the death penalty and sentenced to life in prison, and the other side says she deserves another chance because she was a child and she didn't know better. Once again, another mainstream, is this even mainstream? Another issue that has caused divisiveness. Some articles specifically saying this was a migrant mother. If that's true, I don't know. I couldn't find anything actually supporting that statement. But I can tell you one thing. If you go on a social media platform, you will see endless cold-hearted statements like these. Now, I will say I understand the anger and the lack of empathy for Alexee, as she had multiple options prior to dumping her child into the trash can, going all the way back to the day she decided to have unprotected sex. Life is about choices you make. The better choices you make, the better opportunities you have in life, and the easier your life will be. The more bad choices you make, the harder your life will get. And Alexee chose the hard path, which is sad because according to the research I've done, she was an AB student, never had any issues in school or with the law, has never gotten in trouble, was part of the cheer team, and was loved by many students and teachers, and had a full life ahead of her with or without the baby. But the choice that she made permanently derailed her life forever. But regardless of the situation, this was by far the worst choice she could have made. Just like the time when Michael Richards, aka Kramer from Seinfeld, had the option to ignore the heckler, destroy the heckler with jokes, which is what he is, a comedian, or to scream the N-word multiple times. You would think he chose the first two.
Shut up! 50 years ago you had your own tied down with a fucking fork up your ass! You can talk your brain down, motherfucker! Roll his ass out!
So now Alexee is awaiting trial and sentencing to determine the fate of her life. The crazy part about this entire situation is that apparently throwing babies away is not as uncommon as I thought it was. And this is coming from a guy who's pretty much pro-choice for the most part. There are a lot of options out there, such as adoptions. And I really encourage people to not take a life, regardless of what the situation is, because at the end of the day, it's going to be okay. There are options out there. And if you enjoy this type of satirical, political, and cultural war commentary, be sure to check out some of my other videos like this one right here, where I dive into the LGBTQ movement for Pride Month. And I promise you, if you give me a chance, I will warm up to you. Or is it you will warm up to me? You warm up to me? I think it's you will warm up to me. Regardless, I see you guys in the next video that I hope will be a lot funnier because it doesn't deal with death.